In the peaceful town of Rainbow Creek, where the river flowed gently and the sky always seemed bright, lived a small green turtle named Toby. Rainbow Creek was a lively place filled with many animals. Rabbits ran quickly across the grass, squirrels leaped from tree to tree, birds flew freely in the sky, and fish swam fast through the clear water. Everyone in the town had a special talent, but Toby felt different from the rest. Toby was slow, very slow. His short legs moved carefully, and his shell felt heavy on his back. While other turtles swam swiftly and showed off their strength, Toby preferred taking quiet walks along the riverbank. He liked watching the clouds move and listening to the soft sounds of nature. But sometimes, when he heard laughter behind him, his heart felt sad. Some animals whispered that Toby would never be important because he could not move fast. Despite this, Toby was kind. He always greeted everyone with a smile and helped whenever he could. His closest friend was an old frog named Oliver, who lived near the pond. Oliver had seen many seasons come and go and believed that true strength came from inside. He often told Toby, "Slow steps can still take you far." Toby remembered these words even on days when he doubted himself. One morning, Rainbow Creek buzzed with excitement. The mayor of the town, a tall and graceful white crane, gathered all the animals near the big tree. With a loud and proud voice, the mayor announced a special challenge. On top of the highest hill near Rainbow Creek stood a magical bell. According to an old legend, the bell would ring only when touched by someone with a truly brave heart. The animal who rang it would bring honor and happiness to the entire town. The crowd cheered. Fast animals felt confident. The rabbit jumped with joy. The deer stretched its legs. And even the fox smiled proudly. Everyone believed speed and strength would win the challenge. Toby listened quietly from the back. His heart beat faster. A small voice inside him whispered that he should try, but fear quickly followed. "I am too slow," he thought. The next day, the challenge began. Early in the morning, many animals rushed toward the hill. They ran with excitement, pushing themselves to the limit. At first, the path was easy and laughter filled the air, but soon the road became steep and rocky. The sun grew hot and tiredness crept into their legs. One by one, animals slowed down. Some slipped, some grew thirsty, and others felt too tired to continue. Slowly, they turned back. Toby watched all this from a distance. His heart felt heavy, but Oliver gently placed a hand on his shell and said, "Bravery does not shout. Sometimes it walks quietly." Those words gave Toby courage. He took a deep breath and began his journey. Toby moved slowly, step by step. He did not rush. He focused on each step, believing that even small progress mattered. Along the way, he heard soft crying. Under a tree sat the rabbit, exhausted and thirsty. The rabbit looked ashamed. Toby shared his water without thinking twice. The rabbit thanked him with tears in his eyes. As Toby continued, he reached a muddy path where a small ant struggled to cross a puddle. Carefully, Toby placed a leaf across the water, creating a tiny bridge. The ant crossed safely and waved happily. Toby smiled and kept going. The sky slowly darkened and strong winds began to blow. The hill grew steeper and Toby felt scared. His legs ached and his shell felt heavier than ever. For a moment, he thought of turning back. But then he remembered how far he had already come and how many others he had helped. He whispered to himself, "I can do this." As night fell, stars appeared in the sky. Toby rested for a moment, looking up at the moon. He felt tired but peaceful. He knew that no matter what happened, he was proud of trying. With new strength, he continued climbing. Finally, after a long and difficult journey, Toby reached the top of the hill. There stood the magical bell, glowing softly in the moonlight. Toby felt amazed. He thought about his life in Rainbow Creek, the laughter, the doubts, and the kindness he had shared. Slowly, with a calm heart, Toby reached out and touched the bell. Suddenly, the bell rang loudly. Its sound echoed across the hills and filled Rainbow Creek with joy. Animals stopped what they were doing and looked up in surprise. The bell had never rung before. The animals rushed toward the hill and found Toby standing beside the bell, tired but smiling. Silence filled the air. No one laughed. No one doubted him anymore. The mayor bowed respectfully and announced that Toby had proven what true bravery meant. The town celebrated that night. Lights filled Rainbow Creek and music played everywhere. Toby was surrounded by friends, old and new. The rabbit apologized for laughing before, and others thanked Toby for teaching them an important lesson. From that day on, Toby was no longer seen as the slow turtle,